employers can help trans people when they're going through transition in many ways. So the first thing is just to show that empathy and support and continue to do it. It's a really tough journey. But the first thing is to have a transition at work policy in place straight away. Don't wait for somebody to come out as being trans, and for the trans person to go to the HR director and say, "Oh, by the way, I'm trans. I'm going to come out," and then a sharp intake of breath from the HR director, and they go running and going, "Oh, run away, run away!" Don't do it. Have it in place now, ready, and have it flexible so that it can be tailored around that trans person, because each trans person is going to want to come out in a different way, is going to want to transition in a different way. So make sure it is trans-led. So that's the first thing. Do have different things like having paid time off for medical appointments, because you can wait a long time. You can wait years to get appointments at gender clinics, and if you miss an appointment, you can get shoved to the back of the list and start all over again. So it's really, really important to give them that support. Training is the single most important thing. Everyone has to be trained. All staff needs to be trained, because if you're serious about creating a trans-inclusive atmosphere at work, then everyone needs to be trained and everybody needs to know about it. And most people don't know about it. Most people haven't got a clue. And so that is the most important thing. So often I get brought in to do trans awareness training at companies, and they might bring me in for Pride Month or Trans Awareness Week or Transgender Day of Visibility or one of the other ones, and they'll get me to do a lunch and learn session, and that's fine, and that'll be for people who want to come along, but usually the people that do come along are people who are on side anyway. And so although it serves a purpose, it furthers their education, it's not actually reaching the people that it really needs to reach. The people that really need to reach are the people that really don't get it, and the people who are trans hostile. So we need to bring them on side. So that's really important. Another really important thing is having buy-in at the top. If it's done from sort of grassroots upwards, often it fizzles out. But if the CEO says that being in trans inclusive is an essential way of doing business, then it will happen and it will trickle down. Really, really important. There are so many different things that we can go through. Things like travel as well. If you're sending people abroad, then make sure you do a risk assessment to make sure that the place that they're going, it's actually legal to be trans. Because there are prior to my transition, I could go pretty much anywhere in the world. Now there are lots of places that I can't go in the world because it's illegal to be me. And the penalty for it is very severe. I could be arrested, I could be imprisoned, I could even be stoned to death. It's horrific. So do a risk assessment. And it's not just about the countries, you're thinking about much more detailed specifics, things like, is it going to be safe for that person to travel from the airport to the hotel? Is it going to be safe to use public transport? Is it safe to use a taxi even? Are they regulated? Because you're getting into a car with somebody that you don't know. Often it's better if the hotel has their own taxi service. You can use it. Lots of different things like that you've got to think about. So really do think about that sort of thing. Medical healthcare is another thing. So if you've got private medical insurance for your employees, make sure that includes trans healthcare as well and transition, because many companies with their health insurance, that's not the case. So lots and lots of things to think about.